Today, solving quadratic functions by graphing, we're going to find the roots again, but this time the numbers might not be as nice. They actually might be between integers. So we have the a value is 3, b value is -3, and c is -2. The axis of symmetry is what we're going to find first, so x equals the opposite of b over 2a. So x will equal the opposite of -3 over 2 times 3, which is going to be 3 over 6. X equals 1/2. Now, since we have a fraction as our axis of symmetry, we are going to have to look at figuring out the vertex by hand at this point. So we're going to go putting x back into 1/2 in for my x values, and we're going to have 3, and then we'll put in 1/2 and we'll square it, minus 3 and put in 1/2 for x, and minus 2, and see what we'll get for my y value. Now, putting all that in your equation, you will get -2.75. So my vertex will be at 1/2 and -2 3/4. Now, it's important to understand that to be looking right, you have a fraction with a fraction as an order pair or a decimal with a decimal. Don't do both. All right, and then let's put it into our equation the way we have it. So y equals, clear out the old, 3x squared minus 3x minus 2. We'll look at our table, and you'll notice that my numbers kind of center right here, and that kind of makes sense right here because my vertex is at 1/2 for my x value, so which is right in the middle, and then everything else around it repeats. So on this one, I'm going to have -1, 4, 0, -2. I'm going to put this vertex in as 1/2 and -2 3/4. And then the next number up here after the 0 comes the 1, and that's going to be -2, and then the 2, which would be 4. Graphing that, we go -1 up 4, 0 down 2, 1/2 down 2 3/4, right in here somewhere. 1 down 2, and 2 up 4. And we're going to have our points, not exact points, somewhere in the middle, right there and right there. And so our roots on this one is going to be between, we're going to have to use the word between -1 and 0, and between 1 and 2. And that's where it is, between -1 and 0, between 1 and 2. But I'm not sure where it is exactly. All right, this one here, -1 for A, 4 for B, 6 for C, our axis of symmetry, opposite of B over 2A. So we're going to get x equals the opposite of 4 over 2 times -1. So -4 over -2, x equals +2. So x equals +2. Now this one should work out that I won't have to figure out the vertex by hand, but rather putting it in the equation. So -x squared plus 4x plus 6. Second in the table, we're going to center it around the 2. So bring it down just a little bit. Here's my 2 with 10. So my vertex is 2, 10. And my table is going to be -1, 1, 0, 6, 1, 9, 2, 10, 3, 9, 4, 6, 5, 1. Now I'm going to have to extend this a little bit further because when we graph this, -1, 1, 0, 6, 1, 9, 2, 10, and so on, we never get down, but we're definitely going to go lower than the x-axis. But let's see how much further. So in order to do that, I'm going to go scroll down, and it's going to be 6, negative 6. So 6 and then down 6. So if I continued, and then I'm also going to scroll up and get to negative 2, and that's going to be negative 2, negative 6, so to the left, down 6. Extend the line even further. And it looks like my roots are going to be between negative 1 and negative 2, so negative 2 and negative 1, and between, looks like 5 and 6.